we're pleased to present the Climate Change Resilience Strategy and Action Plan. This report is the culmination of 2 years of research, collaboration with internal and external stakeholders. It focuses on the actions the City of Calgary can take to enable businesses and the community to reduce emissions, reduce our risks due to a changing climate. And with that, Mr. Chair, as you mentioned, we do have a presentation that Mr. Aberson will walk us through. Thank you. Please proceed.
Thank you so much. And good morning once again. Through the Chair, before I kick off, I would really like to thank the collaboration of all business units over the last 2 years here at the City of Calgary. To be specific, the 250 subject matter experts, managers, and directors that supported the process and provided input, analysis, and recommendations for this strategy and action plans. I would also like to express my sincere thanks to industry stakeholders who provided advice and participated, from the insurance industry to Build Calgary.
Welcome. Thanks for coming.
Hello, my name is Sadie. I'm 12 years old and I am here today to make a difference. I want to try and help fix global warming because it makes lives around the world, not just humans, worse. In talking to you, we can make a bigger difference. The more people that are helping, the bigger the difference is going to be. I'm not saying that one single person is going to fix the entire problem of global warming by themselves. It's going to be by thousands and millions of people working together to make a world a better place. And some people, well, they don't believe that the world is suffering from global warming that we created. In Harry Potter, I don't know if you've read Harry Potter, but if you have, you'll know that the Ministry of Magic didn't want to believe that Voldemort had come back from the dead because they were scared of that idea. But just shoving it away and claiming that it doesn't exist doesn't make the whole idea just disappear. Pretend that the Ministry of Magic are the ones that don't believe in global warming. Voldemort is global warming, and Harry and many other people are the ones that raise an army to overcome Voldemort. We are that army, and guess what? Once the Ministry figures out that they were wrong all along, they put in maximum effort to help overthrow Voldemort. We want that to happen. We need this to happen. Since we made this problem, we have to fix it. If we don't, who will? I'm pretty sure we won't have dolphins and sloths and labyrinths trying to figure this out. You guys are leaders. You can make a huge difference and lead us in the right way. My whole family is trying to make a difference, even things that are quite small. My sister, Willa, is working to ban plastics in this city, and my dad does countless things to improve the planet. I beg of you to try your best and help our, mine and yours, future. And the more people we have helping, the more people will notice all of us trying to help, and this will go on like a chain reaction. Maybe the more people that are helping, we may have the whole world of 7.6 billion people helping to change the world. I'm just 12 years old. I shouldn't have to worry about this stuff, but I have to because this isn't the world I want to grow up in. So if we all have to protect my generation, the next generation, and so on, so please make a change for the better. Thank you.
Thanks, Sadie. Thanks for coming up. You did a great job. Yes. Okay, our next speaker is Mr. Mike Sherbert, please. We're ready. And I'm assuming you're the proud father?
I am, yes.
Welcome.
Can I just answer Councillor DeMong's question before I throw myself into it?
Well, you can do it in your...
Okay, I'll do it at the end.
If you want to slide it in. Yeah.
So I'm Dr. Joe Vipond. I represent the Canadian Association of Physicians for the Environment and the Calgary Climate Hub, of which we have a number of members here that will be speaking today. The Hub is a diverse group of Calgarians who are really concerned about climate change, and we've really been working hard to gather information and speak on this topic. Just want to point out that the last time that I got to speak on this topic was in February 23rd of 2017. 5 people spoke at that, of which one of them was Mr. Lay Heather and myself. Look at this room. It's packed full of people that care. It's been a big change in just over a year, and that's amazing. We're super excited that things are moving forward, and we readily endorse this plan. It's a big step for the city, and It's been a long time since we've had a climate plan. So let's go back to what Councillor Collier-Kirk said. We did have a plan in 2011. It was quite a good plan. It was very well thought out. There was great discussion amongst diverse stakeholders, and it sat on a shelf and gathered dust. What was missing was resources. There was never at any point staff or money put towards that plan, and it failed miserably. In fact, as you all know, our climate emission, our GHG emissions are actually higher than they were in 2011, and we're not expected at all to even come close to meeting our 2020 targets. This plan needs resources, it needs money, and it needs staff. There will be a cost to acting on this, but as had been previously pointed out, there's also a cost to not acting, and that cost is much higher. The second thing we think this plan needs going forward is real targets and real actions. So there's a lot of 100-some actions that are laid out there. The language needs to be stronger, and we do need to have real targets. If we don't know where we're going, how are we going to know whether we're going down the right track, whether we're getting there? 2050 is a long time from now. It's a lot of different elections, and it's very easy to kick the can down the road and leave it for other generations because, hey, we're just in it for 4 years. So we need to have 4 or 5-year targets so that we know if we're going down the right path. The word sprawl is never mentioned in the entire document. I suspect that's the biggest concern by both Calgary, is this concern about sprawl. We're synonymous. This city is synonymous with sprawl, and it's the elephant in the room. If we're not addressing that, we are not going to make our targets. If we continue to just expand, and neglect the building up of our urban environment, building up rather than out, we're going to fail. Citizen engagement. It's really exciting to see that ACCO and Build Calgary and Pembina were all at the table. Mr. Collier and Mr. Everson, where were we? Where were the citizens? We need to be a part of this. This is our city. This is our future. A lot of the decisions, sure, it's going to impact development code, but it's going to impact people too. So the people need to be sitting at the table when it comes to this. Please invite us. We want to help. Let us help you. And the last thing I think that needs to be pointed out, and it already has been pointed out, is leadership. You guys are our leaders. We elect you to keep us safe, to bring us forward. Please be the leaders that will take us forward on climate. This is the time for the city of Calgary to shine. It's our opportunity to embrace the future. Or we're going to be left behind. Thank you.
Thank you. Very thoughtful. Councillor Farrell?
Thank you.
Question for you.
One comment and one question. Did you want to answer the previous speaker's question?
If I may, Councillor Demong, on Friday in Nevada, utility solar bid at I think it was like somewhere around 2.5 cents a kilowatt hour. There's no other electricity source that can compete with 2.5 cents a kilowatt hour. In Alberta, wind bid in November at 3.7 cents a kilowatt hour. These are cheap technologies. We're not talking about residential solar in Calgary, we're talking about utility solar in Nevada, and I fully agree that those are different things, but you can see that where the trends are going. The costs are dropping fast, it's pretty exciting.
May I respond to Councillor Farrell?
Maybe once I'm finished, absolutely. So you weren't around the table in the development of this plan?
As far as I know, there were no citizen groups invited to partake in this plan.
Okay,
I could be corrected by administration, but that's my understanding.
Well, you're so tapped into this particular topic, you would know, I would imagine. That needs to be corrected moving forward. And so your group, I'm assuming, and I'll put this as a question, are you interested in participating with some sort of action implementation group as we move forward?
There's three really big climate citizen groups around. You've already heard from 4C, which is Calgary Citizens on Climate Change. We represent the Climate Hub, and there's also Calgary Climate Action Network. And so I think all three groups would be interested in being invited to be a part of this.
Okay, that's an important point moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Farrell. Councillor Long?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm all in favor of solar and wind power as much as we can get. My concern is back to what somebody earlier had referenced as reality. And part of the problem is most of these solar and wind applications have been subsidized immensely on the front end to be able to offer these kind of rates. Now, I am hoping that at some point the entire array, sorry for the pun, can be put forward in such a way that they can actually be putting in at 2.5 cents. But that's the problem that we have right now, is filling that gap. I just wanted to respond to that.
To clarify, the Nevada rate of 2.5 cents a kilowatt hour is unsubsidized. The 3.7 cents a kilowatt hour wind in Alberta is unsubsidized.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Sarn.
So with that, I'd like to thank Dick and his team, first of all, for all their great work. I know putting together a report like that